I wanted to bring up the 2010 finals against Boston. What's going through your head when Ron is going off in Game 7?
Ron Artest.
Yeah.
Well, I was glad that he was making shots. I think it's always, especially as we were struggling, Kobe and I were struggling from the field, like that particular game, and he was, I think he was the top scorer of our team that game. So it was great. Every time Ron, we knew what he brought to the table. We knew how important his defense was. If he was able to make some threes and some shots and score some point for us, that was a big plus, you know. But he played well. He played well off the ball too. He made himself available down the lane. I remember hitting him a couple times down in the lane when he was cutting. He was such a big body and used his body well to finish, even though he didn't have the best touch, let's say. But yeah, he made some big shots, and especially that last three. That was an unbelievable three. I was actually talking to Phil Jackson today about that shot.
Were you really?
Yeah, I had lunch with Phil today, and we were remembering that shot. How happy we were that he made that three.
The shot that I remember from that game was, I think, I don't know if it was under a minute, but maybe a minute and change left. It was like 74-70, and you had the ball on the left side against Rashid, and you backed him down. You spun baseline. I think it was Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce
came over to block the shot, and you were blind to Paul, and I don't know if you felt him, but you made this midair adjustment and got the ball off right before your feet hit the ground. Like, it was so close to being a travel.
Yeah,
but I remember just thinking to myself, like, that was tough. That was tough.
That was tough and lucky at the same time. But those plays in that moment, the emotions definitely carried me, and I did feel like Paul had a chance to get to the ball if I would have shot the ball normally in my turnaround jumper, and I had to kind of like, I don't know, adjust in the air, as you say. And I think Jeff Van Gundy made a comment saying that my feet had touched the ground before the full release. I didn't really pay much attention or reviewed it at all. But it felt it was good. It was close for sure. But it was a big shot, and it went in. I think it hit the front of the rim, and it just went in, rolled in, and just pure emotion there. It was just making a big play at that particular time. Game 7 against the Celtics just doesn't get any bigger, right?
Was there anything extra special about beating that particular team?
No, for sure, 100%. I mean, for me, besides the tradition and the history of the rivalry, it was more, having lost against them in '08 and not allowing them to beat us again. So that, to me, that was the main. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen in our home court, and that's why we fought so hard, and we never gave up on that game, even though we were down, and we were not making shots. And again, Kobe and I were off from the field, but we just kept fighting. We gave ourselves a chance, and we put ourselves in a position to win. And the defense, the grind, fighting for loose balls, the 50-50 balls, all those things were there on a Game 7 in the finals. That's what you can control. That effort, that fight, and we got rewarded big time.